night Marcus buried his last dollar in a jar of soil. Not as a symbol, not as a metaphor, but because he genuinely had nowhere else to put it. He had no idea that 7 years later, 1,000 people would be standing on their feet applauding the man who had once slept under a highway overpass. No cameras, no witnesses, no one to tell him to keep going. This is that story. Marcus was 23 years old when the world decided it was done with him. He had lost his apartment on a Tuesday. His girlfriend left on a Wednesday. By Friday, he was sleeping in his car, except the car was repossessed on Saturday morning while he was still in it. He sat on the curb with a single duffel bag, watching the tow truck pull away, and he did something strange. He laughed, not because anything was funny, but because he had finally hit the absolute bottom, and the bottom, it turned out, was solid ground. An old man named Solomon sat beside him on that curb. Solomon was 71 years old, wore a hat 2 sizes too large, and smelled like motor oil and old coffee. He had been watching Marcus from the bench across the street for 20 minutes. "You done feeling sorry for yourself?" Solomon asked. Marcus looked at him. "Sir, I just lost my car with everything in it." "No," Solomon said. "You just lost your excuses." There's a difference. Marcus wanted to tell the old man to mind his business, but something in Solomon's eyes, a strange, undefeated calm, made him stay quiet. "Let me tell you something, boy," Solomon said, pulling his hat down. "I built my entire landscaping company while living in a church basement. For 2 years, nobody knew my name. I woke up at 4 in the morning every morning and worked until dark. No investors, no cheerleaders, no fancy business plans. Just me in the dark and the work. And it worked out." Marcus asked. Solomon chuckled. "It took 9 years before I made a profit. 9 years of working in the dark. But here's what I learned. The tree you plant in private grows the deepest roots. Nobody can shake it once it's grown." Marcus didn't fully understand what Solomon meant yet, but he took the old man's number. He started walking to the library every morning at 7. He used their computers. He read everything he could about horticulture, because the one thing he had always loved, even as a child, was plants, growing things, the miracle of green pushing through dirt. He started mowing lawns for neighbors, charging $5, then $10. He woke before dawn every single day, even in winter, even when his hands cracked from the cold. No one applauded him. His mother thought he'd gone quiet because he was depressed. His old friends assumed he'd given up. They didn't see him. They weren't supposed to. The work happened in the dark, in the early mornings, in the quiet, in the spaces no one thought to look. By year 3, he had a small client list. By year 5, he had employees. By year 7, Marcus stood on a stage at a regional entrepreneur summit and received an award for building the fastest growing landscaping company in the state. In the audience, wearing a hat 2 sizes too large, sat Solomon. After the ceremony, Marcus found the old man by the exit. "You told me 9 years, Marcus said. "I did it in 7. Solomon smiled and straightened his hat. "I told you the seed I planted, okay? I didn't tell you how deep you'd grow." The room behind them was full of people celebrating Marcus's success. But the real story, the real victory, had happened in the dark, in the silence, in the years nobody saw. And that is where every true story begins. If this story moved you, if it reminded you that the work you are doing in silence right now matters, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Every subscriber tells us that these stories are worth telling. And if someone in your life is grinding in the dark right now, share this with them. Let them know they're not alone. Your support keeps this channel alive and keeps these stories reaching the people who need them most. Remember, the tree planted in private grows the deepest roots. Keep building in the dark, but the world will see you when it's time.